Brothers, I drove a ZEEKR ZEEKR on the road, and when I saw those BMW 3 Series, Audi A4s, and Mercedes C-Classes, I felt a complete product dominance. At a similar price point, the materials, space, and features of the ZEEKR ZEEKR are far superior. It's a cross-level crushing victory. The ZEEKR ZEEKR's power is also impressive. The front motor delivers 270 kilowatts, and the rear motor provides 310 kilowatts. Each motor alone feels incredibly powerful. Now, combined, they produce a staggering 789 horsepower. It's truly amazing. The car's performance is exceptional, making it a leader in its class. The dual-motor setup ensures that power is always readily available. One of my favorite features is the full throttle mode in the car's system. In any driving mode, when I press the accelerator pedal to about 90%, it will give you full power output. For example, if I'm driving in economy mode, very relaxed, and I need to overtake a car, I just press the accelerator, and it goes. It's fantastic. This feature makes the car incredibly responsive. However, regarding sportness, I can nitpick a bit. When I want to drive aggressively on the road, or make emergency lane changes, the car's feedback feels slightly delayed. The suspension has a stretching process, both laterally and longitudinally. So, the feeling of the car being an extension of your body is a bit weaker. It's not as immediate as some other sports-focused vehicles. It's unbelievable, brothers. Look at the numbers today. The wheel horsepower surged to 728.9, and I even pulled out 877 horsepower. You heard that right. I didn't believe it at first either. I checked the dyno, and there were no issues. No wheel spin, nothing. It was 877 horsepower. I did 4 pulls, all above 870 horsepower. The wheel power achievement rate is a 101.2%. People say the range is reverse inflated, the acceleration is reverse inflated, and now the horsepower is also reverse inflated. Today I've really seen something incredible. I'm speechless. Its high rev power achievement rate is also very high, ranking first in wheel achievement rate. It also gave me 4th place with 8043 wheel horsepower at 150 km, which is higher than its stated 789 horsepower. The wheel power achievement rate is 96%. This breaks the rule that wheel achievement rate and high rev achievement rate are inversely proportional. It's all strong, too terrifying. I don't even know how to describe it anymore. Looking at the horsepower curve, it's very typical of ZEEKR, with a very restrained initial power output. Its maximum horsepower only explodes at 120 kW. It's a very standard, almost textbook level curve. It's impressive. It's actually more delayed than the ZEEKR ZEEKR 7 and 7X. The latter part of the horsepower curve is also relatively flat. The torque platform is maintained for quite a long time. It can still output maximum torque at a 1 in 10 km. I have a lot of experience with the 0400mm acceleration. Even in launch mode, it doesn't give me that immediate pushback feeling. The initial stage is very stable. So, where is that pushback feeling? Even at 150 km its wheels still have 0.5 g of acceleration. What does that mean? It means that even at this speed, if you step on the accelerator you can still feel the pushback. When I test other cars' 0400mm acceleration, I feel like the rear acceleration speed is going up in a U-shape. But when testing the ZEEKR ZEEKR, I feel like the car is getting faster and faster. That's where the feeling comes from. The top speed I saw on the display was around 221 km, and the GPS showed 216.1 km. This indicates that its display is not too optimistic, it's quite accurate. The 0400mm acceleration time is 10.89 seconds. What does that mean? It means it finishes a 400-meter track in 10.89 seconds. We also tested its top speed, which was 240 km on the dyno. It just reached 240 km, we pushed it to the limit. The display showed that it was reaching its maximum power limit. The dyno was also basically at its limit. The 0-100 km acceleration time is 3.46 seconds, slightly slower than the official 3.3 seconds. The average acceleration is 0.81 g. The overall acceleration mechanism is maintained at a relatively high level. The 0-200 km time is 4.1 seconds. What does that mean? It means that among all the dual-motor cars we've tested, it's the fastest. The only car faster is the tri-motor Model S Plaid. Speaking of the Model S Plaid, here it comes. We put their 2 curves together. It's like a dual-motor car fighting a tri-motor car. However, when we tested the Model S Plaid, we were very cautious. It was the first time we tested a car with such high horsepower. We didn't start flooring it at 40 km, we did it in the later stage. So, if we had floored it at 40 km, the Tesla should have had a slight advantage over the ZEEKR in the initial stage, because its initial acceleration is faster, with a 2-second acceleration. However, the maximum horsepower of the ZEEKR is stronger than the Tesla. In the later stage, maybe above 200 km, the Tesla's tri-motor advantage is still there. We've tested the second car with wheel horsepower, the Lotus Eletre R. It's a 2-speed electric vehicle, so it has some horsepower loss during gear changes. But after the gear change, its maximum horsepower in the later stage is still not as high as the ZEEKR Zoran 1. Let's be honest, although they are all from the Geely family, it's better to buy the new one. The new model is better. Agreed. So far, we've tested 3 cars with wheel horsepower. The Model S Plaid costs how much? The Lotus Eletre R costs how much? Now the ZEEKR Zoran 1 costs around 300,000 yuan, with 870 wheel horsepower. The horsepower-to-price ratio is very high and competitive. In the previous video we said that among the 4 ISVs, the ZEEKR 7X was already a big deal, but now, compared to the ZEEKR Zoran 1, it's like a little brother. Okay, now it's our wishing time. Regarding the ZEEKR Zoran 1, I have some ideas. For the next generation of this car, I'd like to see a ZEEKR Zoran 1 Plus version, positioned between the Zoran 1 and the FR. It should enhance the acceleration and braking pedals, and the chassis tuning should be more sporty. The car-to-driver connection should be stronger. It must also lose weight, ditching some of its luxury features. It needs to lose about 400 kilograms, aiming for a weight of around 2 tons. The power curve should remain the same, with the same 2 motors and the same power curve. If it can successfully lose weight, its ELA 100 km acceleration will definitely be in the 2-second range, and its EVER 400 mm acceleration will be in the 9-second range. Then, add a track mode that allows free adjustment of front and rear axle power distribution for drifting. If this car sells for under 400,000 yuan, or even 300,000 yuan, it will be a market killer. I want to give you all a report. The car I found this time is a 2024 ZEEKR Zoran 1U version. I spent about half a month trying the 2025 ZEEKR Zoran 1U version in Beijing, but I couldn't find one. But it's okay because 2024 and 2025 models have the same motor and power curves. I checked the software version. And it's also the same 6.2. There might be a newer ZEEKR with an inner support version, but it doesn't affect our power test. So, it's a 2024 model, not a 2025, but the results are the same. I wanted to clarify that.